don't do this.
Oh yeah, for whatever you don't want to do, we empower you to be a leader, and you get somebody else to do it.
So if Joe comes up with this scenario, Joe comes up and says,
"Because somebody that's driving state is already present."
Right, they already said
you already qualified.
Right, they will.
So they can't keep fighting. If they driving state is not present, you got to remember
we have to
place them. See, they're going to be placed in a different area than these ones that they drive instead. We ready to go forward.
Once they lose their value.
And what if there's contention, I guess is what I'm saying. If they have been assessed and you find the driving state is
not present.
Right. So you try to put them in a certain area and they're like, no, I don't want to be in this area. I want to be in this area.
Well, see, here's how we do it. You spend major time with major influences. Your driving state is present.
Okay.
You spend minor time with minor influences. That's why we placed you over here.
Oh, example. Here
we got to reschedule you with the team.
I got you. You said you coming in today, right?
You ain't show up.
You ain't show up.
Right. No call, no show.
What's our response? What's our protocol? How we gonna handle that?
First is notification, try to contact.
Boom.
No call, no show.
Then you try to find someone to cover. Basically here.
Boom. Right. And then
if no one to cover?
No. Then what?
Well, actually, notification, try to call him, try to go into his house, call his mama, call his boy.
We go by the house, everything.
Can't find him. Then the next thing is, well, can we get a guy to come and replace him?
We get somebody to cover him.
And then
can't get nobody to cover him.
Then next, can we change his schedule?
Get him off day. Switch up his pickup.
Did that work or no?
Nope, couldn't get
him to work day. And can't. Now,
there's disciplinary.
Right. But the only thing is, you can't get with the right chief. Well, I'll just say I gave him a PLD.
That's what I'm saying. We got all that. It's already exhausted. They don't got nothing.
Okay.
Already passed
so
the
you
time.
have no other course, but now some companies will be like, well, we'll
cover him. We'll hide him. All right, we don't have that boss. He's saying, no, I got to have somebody.
So now it's a matter of he's got to go down on charges.
Exactly. There's going to be disciplinary. There's consequences and repercussions. That's all we want you to get.
And I'm cool with that.
Right.
But my thing is each member that's on this board, part of this entity, are on a voluntary basis.
Right.
And the only requirements of them right now are integrity, honesty.
That's it.
And
so now, what is the actions for them not displaying those behaviors? Because once we talk about this is no call, no show. This is not integrity, not honesty, not even drop down.
Well, then they're dismissed. Well, our first line is to notify them that, hey, but like
we know on this job you ain't dismissed. You get just discipline. You know, it's consequences and repercussions. You ain't gonna lose your job off the first time you don't show up, but you will have consequences and repercussions that are justifiable to what you've done.
All right, let me give this scenario. I'm a coach for a basketball team. I have a requirement that everybody got to come to practice, but my main star come to practice when he wants to. So I got to put him to the side.
Just like Kobe Bryant, they said he ain't gonna come.
We got to talk. Now, if you can't come to practice,
all right, y'all have a blessed
holiday. You do the same.
Yes, sir.
Same to you. I'll have to have you ride the pine. Well, coach, if I can't play, first, then I'm out. Well, means of the one don't outweigh the means of the many. Right. So it's your decision.
You might sit out a game.
You're gonna have to do.
See, you might sit out a game.
So basically, with my leadership, I provide options, but your behavior depicts how many options you have. For certain behaviors, your options are reduced, and I can't sway from that.
Right.
And if you're down with it, cool. I believe, and I think you guys coincide, the cross training. So if India, you have some issues and we got look, we got to talk about the end result, you got to leave. That's all right. Cool. Hey, I know her job. I can step right up.
Right.
Right. So once it comes down to instead of both of you on the project, just him, then someone else has got to slide in to also cross train with him because you got to have contingency.
You got to cover you.
Got to have contingency.
Right. That's it.
It's a must.
So we just set all those stuff. We set all those variables up.
I just had those up because I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to smile and nod and not know.
I love your question.
Yeah, Roger is so thorough because he's going to give you all of his questions up front as opposed to somebody else that would not say nothing and then they won't move forward because they got those questions.
You found out it worked, right? You tested it.
I do.
You've been doing it over and over, and now you don't even think about it.
Right.
So
So we could close out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, help me understand. You guys are recommending exactly what?
A coach and the
Coaching and consulting. We just to keep it easy, you know, because coaching and consulting is going to give you the experience that you don't have. Same concept you have with the child. Why it's better for the parent than it's better for the grandparent than the parent to give them that piece, because they can give them what you have plus a little more. So a coach and consultant is going to always do that. That's every
Because I've noticed that in our board we have holes in our professional development skill sets.
You know that.
I subscribe to more of a corporate, very stringent
Right.
timelines. We need scopes. We
Right.
need graphs. We need to understand,
It's
and we
missing
need
pieces.
things to be cataloged and documented in case 3 years. What we say at that meeting on
Right.
Thursday?
Exactly.
We know we got to get all this
Okay.
stuff in
We're
order.
going to balance it
Some
out. That's
people
what you do.
We'll
don't have those
resist that.
things.
Right.
And we'll
And we'll
resist it.
resist it. Right.
And because of whatever level they're at, and vice versa. I don't have some of the skill sets that they
Exactly.
do.
Right.
So professional development, I think, because we all know knowledge is power.
Right.
Professional development, I believe, is the starting point, and if it can be done tandemly,
Mhm.
then great.
Right.
I believe a transition would have to be one more of, instead of from day one, this is and you guys have to tell me how you implement your programs. Instead of day one, they're going to take over the responsibilities for A, B, and C. It would be better that they're part of our organization, they want to help, then they make suggestions that people are more receptive to, as opposed to being told what to do. They're
No, we
thinking
don't.
that.
Share the leadership.
Share the
You
leadership.
share the leadership.
That's
That's
it.
the standard policy. There it is.
So, because right now, the board does everything based on democracy, on vote.
Right.
On vote. And win, lose, or draw, if the vote is for A, B, and C,
That's what
even
we
though
gonna do.
D
I might not
appears to
agree.
be the best
Best
one,
for me. We got to go with what the majority
until it
said.
shows failure. Or does
Then we have to reassess and
Yeah.
reevaluate and maybe do something different.
Right. You can prove a better way, we'll do it that way today.
So it's really the same thing we were offering you, but we've actually just
It's fine-tuned.
fine-tuned our
Yeah,
services
you know, right.
so that we can
Got
communicate
more
more
resources.
effectively.
That's amazing.
what would you guys like in return?
That's what
Top 3 things of what you want in
Yeah.
return. Well, let's say top 3 things that you need, and then address them.
Or your top 2 things that we need. Your participation in the network. Just for, because on our next meeting we'll go in more detail. But we still just to keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? Participating in the that's just it. You participate in the network through time, people, and money. That's how you do it. You got time, put it in. You got money, put it in. You got people, put it in. Put in all 3. If you only got 1, that's enough.
Now the time portion is going to be a factor because I have a hard enough time trying to get.
That's why you can do time, people, or money. It just never.
There's no-
those
there's no
3
factor.
equal parts.
Right, they all
those-
valuable
right, they
equally.
valuable.
Some people
Okay.
got 1 or 2 or 3.
Right,
Some people got all of them.
Right.
Some people only got 1.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's
thank you,
what
thank
you
you.
give us in return, for
According to
what we
what
give
your
you,
ability
your
is.
ability is right. According to your ability.
Right. And then what you get is the 5 services and the 3 benefits of the network. The first service is self-development. Second service is business development. Third service is professional quality service development. The 4th service is leadership development. And the 5th service is access to work. And it's all
You just
cultural.
elevating it to the corporate level,
Yeah.
if you will.
And I guess the other component, and it probably is already in one that the networking capabilities, exposure to other entities that provide
Yes.
those needs and
A
services.
whole, a
Um,
whole global network of resources is what we have.
I guess one of the obstacles that immediately come to my mind is the contention from the group. Why do we need them? All these
All right.
challenges.
I got you. And so what we have to do is we have to find a way to present it in a way that is only going to add value.
And that's where I think the suits come in.
Yes, we're just going to add value. It's not saying that you have to have it, but we're saying when we add it on, it's going to enhance and make it
Another
better.
option for you.
Would you be in a position to take on pro bono the responsibilities for bookkeeping and accounting? You can think about that because it's a big responsibility.
In essence, as far as what we do, I love what I do. I'm willing to do it for free. I do it so well. You're gonna love to pay me. under that, I'm saying, you know, you can say,
Yeah.
yeah, I do it. You know?
Yeah.
Because we said we know we finna get our end result.
Right.
We want y'all in the network.
Right.
We going
It's
to
still
help
gonna be the
y'all,
same thing.
and we want to do it. Yeah.
And is that a minimum requirement? Because if we move forward and we say, yeah, we're gonna do it, I can't be accountable for what other people do. I can create regulation, I can create policy, and
You're
I
accountable
can.
to yourself.
Right.
We are all accountable
Right.
to first responders for fitness.
So, so
keep
if
this up.
I'm just one vote on the board, so
Right.
if at this meeting we say, yeah, let's move forward based on those premises,
Right.
in all fairness, it's still going to come to the rest of the others to
Right.
receive
You don't
and
know
accept.
what they gonna say.
But here's
Right.
what we propose. We proposing that first responders for fitness as an entity take on the service of the Wealth Building Network.
Mhm.
And then we also are going to propose that first responders for fitness as an entity
individual.
offer the membership to all of our members individually. Just off as an offer, not that they have to take it or not, but we're going
Offer to whose members?
to all the first responders for fitness members. We're
Right.
going to offer it to all of our members.
I understand.
See what I mean? We
The
want first
collaboration.
responders to be a
Right.
part of it, and then in return, we want you to say, yeah, we want our, but we're not pressing you about the members, but we do want to actually press you about first responders for fitness becoming a member as an entity,
I see what you
so
mean.
that we're able to help you take your business and your life to the next level. Take this business really to the next level, or this life entity. You know, for me, I'm
And
just
it work.
business.
The way
life.
that you, but I've learned to put the finishing touch on it is you is the one that can sell it, if you will.
I'm
and,
one
and he's
voice,
still
however.
saying that he only one voice. He not. I
No,
know that
no,
you're not.
I'm
on-
saying what both of you are
Right.
saying.
Right.
I'm only one voice, but
But that's all it takes. We know that. We already know that's all it
by,
takes.
what is it, 12 Angry Men?
Right.
That one individual convincing the
And
rest.
so
That's
we
it.
know we're gonna go with the Jesus. You know, he convinced these 12.
Mhm.
So we going with that. We ain't
Right.
gonna do the angry man.
Right.
We gonna do
Okay,
the
okay,
Jesus.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you on.
And based
Like I
upon
said,
that, we know that it's going to be a win-win. We know that
Because-
this is something that we both can benefit
Oh,
from.
yeah, and I'm sold not only based on what you both have over the time exposed me to the benefits, but knowing you both as people, I don't have to question your integrity. I know you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do, and you're gonna challenge those things that need to be challenged, because it's not a matter of, well, I don't want to hurt his feelings. No, we gotta ask this question.
We know it's
That's your
holes there.
feeling. If your feelings gonna get hurt, that's personal. But right now, it's business.
It's like
We gotta ask this
I
question.
love Captain Hartsfield because he'll do that debriefing after the fire to attack those issues that
Yeah.
we don't want to talk about them, but hey, we gotta get to this
We
stuff.
got to,
So that we
'cause
can do
might
it
get
better.
in another box in 2 seconds.
And we don't want to miss this spot and then it not be addressed, and then we come up with the same. We're like, hey, if we'd have just talked about it then, we could do it better
Done
right now.
proactive.
So that's all.
That's all we offering.
That's it.
It's proactive solution.
Because
Reasons.
based on the majority of our board, they're reactive, not even responding, because there's a difference between being reactive, but there's a difference between reacting and responding. Reacting, I've learned, is usually out of emotion and not assessing appropriately,
Right.
where responding is separating the emotion and presenting the issues, the true issues, to make a clear, conscious decision on how to resolve. And I subscribe more to that, where they kind of subscribe to like a hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna give them. We're gonna give
help
them
'em
what
with
they
those.
respond to.
Right.
Oh,
That's
okay.
That first service of self-development, when everybody get that, it helps everybody respond better to everything. Because you just get to know more about yourself. You don't have as much low self-esteem issues that have you doing this kind of stuff. That behavior, we kind of get to the
Just
root
see
of
it
those.
this way. Everyone that desired to be a firefighter did make it, right?
Right.
But the ones who didn't make it did not impact the people who made it.
The ones that didn't,
Right.
I say yes and no, because some
And it's-
people, I think
It
some
is,
people.
but what I mean
Should
is
say
that
most
didn't
of them.
stop them. Right. It
Most
didn't-
of
it
them.
didn't
You can't
stop
say all of them. Just say most of
the
them.
people the people who made it, it didn't stop their interest. I said that.
It didn't stop
Okay.
their
You know what I'm
interest.
saying?
Right.
It's true that hey, we were both interested,
Right.
and then you left, and then I'm still interested.
Right.
It didn't make me lose my
Right.
interest.
Right.
By you
kept
not
on
making
keeping
it.
on.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what he's saying by it didn't change.
That's how you would roll with that. Because I'm like, see here, our minds are made up. We're first responders for fitness.
We're gonna
Whoever
do what it
changes their
takes.
mind and say they not, that is what they did. It's nothing we
Personal
can do
choice.
about that. Yeah.
Everybody not gonna be first.
You know, We focus on being first responders for fitness, for life. See, that's just what we have to do because we have made this decision. We tested it out. We know the benefit.
We respond
use the service, and it works. And so be happy for anybody who want to join us in working it. And then, we just stay there. You know what I mean? It just worked. The same way that I'm saying you've done it here. Somebody who started when you did, and they're not here.
Now, right now, we are currently working on the fitness center proposal, and we are pushing 95% of our time and resources toward resolving that, as opposed to doing things tandemly, because we found
just getting
that
a fitness center that's going to be in partnership with us.
Right. So getting the proposal together, we've even put that ahead of. We've elected to put that ahead of our infrastructure, because the concept of if we get this we gotta get the data for the proposal writer to start writing the proposal. Once we do that, while they're writing the proposal, we can now channel our energy to the infrastructure.
Well, I think the main focus you gotta have there, and that's the reason why you're focusing on the fitness center proposal, is because the main focus is funding.
Yes, if you build it, they
in
will
a
come.
nutshell.
Right.
If you got the funding, then you won't be pressed about getting a fitness center.
Right.
You see
So
what I
the
mean?
point I'm trying to make is shrink it down to the immediate today issue.
Yeah, I got you.
These individuals are focused on getting this. If they
Let's give
see,
it to them.
if they see that, wait a minute, we're supposed to be focusing
We
on
gotta
this,
get this.
but I also have to do
This,
my
and this.
my other thing, my coaching thing. I just
They
imagine
might get
the neighbor's gonna
discouraged.
get restless.
I got you.
They're gonna be
We're
confused.
gonna give them what they're focused on.
Yeah.
That's all we're gonna
Because
do.
we're gonna just focus on funding.
That's it.
That's gonna be
That's just
that's
it.
gonna be
That's what
getting
we're
their
gonna
goal
give.
accomplished.
Right.
See, because the funding is the
Well, the
fitness center proposal.
right.
That's gonna
So
provide the
because-
funding.
right. Because you gave us the heads up, I'm going to deliver the fitness center proposal, even though I know it's packed with funding. I want to call it funding, but you told me that's a turnoff.
But what happens when you all recognize that they're lacking, or I should say, we're lacking, those necessary
The driving
components?
state.
Well, not necessarily
The
the driving
necessary components,
state,
right.
the necessary components
I got
that.
you fill them in.
But how do you do that?
Well, hit the alarm and just hit the fire alarm. That's
See,
it.
watch everybody go.
Out. That's it.
It doesn't. I need
We got
specifics.
this.
I
How
know,
are you
that's
gonna
what I'm
so-
saying. On our next
Okay, yeah,
appointment.
okay.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying. Too.
all right,
That's
all
why I'm
right,
already
okay.
starting with you with the 6
Right.
hours. I already know when
When the rubber meets the road,
yeah,
they're gonna be
the more
obstacles.
that we agree, the more that it will be.
True.
And
However, are you saying 6 hours per day, 6 hours per week?
no, it's what we have available. See, I know
Okay.
we all got a lot. You know,
Right,
I just
right,
hit you with the hook. I'm like,
Okay.
we got our 4 parts.
Right.
I'm going to make you decide what time. You know, when you gonna give it to me Monday, you gonna give it to me Tuesday, Wednesday,
But you
Thursday.
got to put in your X amount of hours
Yeah, you know, and
to
I'm
meet the
very,
quota.
to me, I'm
Just for
very,
us
I
to
know
be able
that's
to
so
get
sensitive.
this
Like I said, I
concept
know that's
across
the-
to you so that you
yeah.
will be able to grasp it and be happy about it. It's gonna take some time.
I know it takes time, and we can't escape it. So
Because you
why
got to
this-
change the mentality
Yeah.
first.
We
The
know
culture.
that.
Right.
Culture.
We
You
know
know, we
that.
just gonna we gonna go ahead
We
and
know,
get
and we're gonna
and
fill
get,
it in. So as we
the
go
IV,
along and
you
be
know.
able to place ones according to their response to those questions, and so that way they won't affect the other people and whether they're gonna move forward or not.
Now, when you assess each individual, do you do it on an individual private basis or in a group setting?
We do both.
Yeah. Everybody really gotta get a
Whichever
one-on-one.
I think one-on-one is better.
Everybody's
because
gotta get a
people
one-on-one.
have tendencies to, well, in a group,
We're gonna
I'm
do
not
a
gonna tell
group,
all the truth.
Right, we gotta do a group,
It's
but we
both.
also gotta do a one-on-one.
Yes,
We
it's
do
ultimately
groups
gonna
and
be
then we
both.
do one-on-ones.
But like you said, from your point there, it's going to be whichever one they say they need
That's
at that time. I'm like, I don't know.
'Cause we leave
like
it
you said,
open.
like I said, I don't know which one they want right now.
They might all be able to, in a group setting, give their one-on-one response. They may be able to do that. They may elect to schedule a one-on-one appointment for everybody individually. It's gonna be an option that's gonna be available
gotta
to
give it to them.
for them to decide.
We get
I'm just looking at, and I don't mean to get so detailed.
Yes, you do.
I don't mean to.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. Yes, you do.
I don't mean to.
I know
But
you do.
I'm trying
It's
to think
what you do.
how it plays out.
I know you do. That's what your mind does,
Don't
Roger.
worry. Just that part, I'm going to help you now. Look, just let that part go. Yeah.
Because Roger,
Because
you
I
know,
do the
he'll
same
go on
thing.
and on forever.
On
I
and on.
have that habit.
On and on.
I have that habit too. So it's just in different ways that we express. That's why I'm like, you on, bro. Just Because actually, that's your creation. That habit is a creation habit. That's why we're here right now, because you keep doing that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what I would recommend is that once you guys have been exposed to the group and have the ability to share your approach, let's do it on a trial basis, and then allow it to be reevaluated as needed.
That's a part of our process.
And just
work it from there.
Yeah, work it from there.
Yeah,
because
that's the process.
I definitely see I see 4 wins out the whole deal. Wins for you guys, win for us, win for the people that we serve, but win for the future expandability.
Yes. That's good insight.
But it's just a matter of going through the changes and, like you said, time and experience. Because time will go by and there'll be 0 experience, but there's got to be some experience.
So that's why we have experienced experts.
Right. Well, experience meaning the situation occurred for people to grow.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you. You said it better than
Because
that's what I meant.
If it says, well, it's going to take 3 weeks to do this. Well, in 3 weeks there were 0 experiences, then it's still going to take 3 more weeks.
That's right. That's right. And so we fine tune that though. That's what I mean. I said we make the adjustments immediately.
Right.
Because that's all we can do. Like you said, 3 weeks went past, we on 0. Okay, I gotta get 1 now.
You gotta get 1 now.
Now, I'm on now. So there's nothing else to do but produce that. And then boom, that's how we make it through. Like you say, other than that, like I said, it happens. Like I say, time that it takes to succeed is what it is. Yeah. And we just work that on. That's the schedule part. Like, what time you ready? You know what I mean? We work. That's all we get. Once you get that out, you want. So I know that's an area we growing in. That's why we came here instead of a day when you were somewhere else.
Right.
Just so we can start working.
Honor you in your time.
Right.
To honor you in your time.
It's a part of
to let
what
you know
works.
that we value.
It's what works. That's why we do it. Yeah. Because I'm like, if I was getting devalued out of it, I'm like, I wouldn't do it.
So right now in my life, not so much in my career, just in my life, my time is more valuable than my money.
That's right.
I can make money. I can't make time, and it's killing me.
So everybody is not aware of that that true value.
Yeah.
Those of you